Exodus 34. Moses climbed the mountain carrying two fresh stone tablets in his hands, because the first set had been shattered at the foot of rebellion. That alone will preach. God had already written once, but the people broke covenant before the stone even cooled. So now Moses walked back up the mountain carrying the evidence of mercy in his own hands. That is how grace works. God will rewrite what we ruined, but we still have to climb. And when the Lord came down in the cloud, he didn't come quiet. He came with the presence. He came with the weight. He came with glory so thick it would make a grown man tremble. And the Lord stood before Moses and declared himself, the Lord God, merciful and gracious, slow to anger, rich and faithful in love, steady in truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiveness, wickedness, rebellion, sin, but not calling evil good. That is God to introduce himself, not as soft, not as weak, not as careless, but as a holy love with a backbone. Mercy in one hand, justice in the other. And Moses hit the ground fast, not because somebody told him to, because real glory will drop you to your knees. Then Moses pleaded, Lord, if your presence is really with us, go with us. Yes, we are stubborn. Yes, we are hard-headed. Yes, we mess up. But stay with us anyway. Forgive us. Calm us. And God answered with covenant. Again, that is the standoff of grace. The same people who broke it are the same people God still speaks to. But God made it plain. Do not bow to gods of people around you. Do not make treaties with compress. Do not marry your soul to what pulls your heart from me. Tear down what they worship. Break the altars. Smash the idols. Because God knows what we struggle with today, whatever sits on the throne of your heart will shape your life. And some people still bow, not to golden calves, but to money, image, politics, lust, applause, pride, addiction, self. Same idol, different altar. God said, do not worship what you cannot save you. Honor what is holy. Keep what is mine holy. Rest what I say rest. Bring me your first, not your leftovers. Do not show up empty-handed. God was teaching them that when he is still teaching us now. Honor is not what you say. Honor is what you bring. Then Moses stayed there with the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights. No bread, no water, just presence. Because there's some encounters with God that will feed you deeper than food ever could. And when Moses came back down from the mountain, he didn't know his face was shining. This is what happens when you've really been with God. You may not see it on yourself, but everybody around you will know something is different. That people saw his face and backed up, not because Moses changed his clothes, not because he learned better words, but because glory leaves evidence. He had been with God, and it showed. So Moses spoke the word. Then he covered his face, but every time he went back before the Lord, the veil came off. Because you can't live covered in his presence. You have to come uncovered, honest, bare, reverent, real. Exodus 34 is the story of God who will rewrite what sin tried to ruin. A God who is merciful, but still holy. A God who forgives, but does not play with idols. A God who still calls broken people back up the mountain. And if you're broken what God gave you, the marriage, the trust, the calling, the discipline, the purity, the fire, hear this clearly. God still rewrites stone. God still restores covenant. God still meets people on mountains. And God still puts glory on the ones who stay in his presence.